$45.6 million is the total amount of sales that my students have generated ever since that I've been sharing my knowledge on how to start your very own dropshipping business. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 things that you must be aware of before you actually start your own dropshipping business. So if you're into dropshipping, then keep watching this video. What is up, everybody? Fred Lam here, and welcome to my video channel where today I'm going to talk about the top 5 things that you must be aware of when it comes to dropshipping online, and most importantly, how to truly generate profit with your business. Now, before we get into it, make sure that you help me smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so that each time I release a brand new video, you're going to get notified right away. Now, first thing first, let's address the elephant in the room. Is dropshipping dead? The answer is no, it's not dead. And in fact, right now, the opportunity with dropshipping is monumental. And the reason why is all thanks to the global crisis in 2020, more and more consumers are now willing and wanting to actually spend money online to buy their physical products. And in fact, in 2020, the global sales transacted in the entire world when it comes to e-commerce has surpassed over $9 trillion. And the crazy part is that during the 3 months of the global pandemic, it actually growing far much greater than the previous 10 years. So with that, at the end of the day, there are more and more people spending money online to buy physical products. So in a nutshell, dropshipping is not dead and it won't be dead. However, there are some tweaks and some understanding that you must be aware of when you are building your very own dropshipping business. And I'm going to talk about it inside this video today. So number 1 is simply creating your own big niche store. When it comes to creating your own dropshipping or Shopify store, there are multiple ways for you to do so. Some will tell you to create a one product store, which you just do nothing but sell that one product. There are people that's going to tell you to sell a specific niche store and actually sell a very niche down items. And number 3 is simply having a general store to sell anything and everything that you think, based on your research, are going to be trending products. Well, I'm not saying that these 3 strategies doesn't work. They all work. But in order for you to truly build a business where you can actually scale and really establish a relationship with every single customer and convince them to come back to buy more and more and more from you, you gotta create what we call a big niche store. So in a nutshell, a big niche store essentially allows you to still sell within a specific niche, but it also gives you the opportunity to actually expand into bigger niches. So let me give you a perfect example. If you are planning to create a business or a Shopify store to sell home-related products, well, guess what? With home products, you can be selling anything from home decors to furnitures to simply even trinkets to simply attract your customers. So when you actually create a big niche store, you're opening up yourself to simply sell items like low ticket products, mid ticket products, and high ticket products at the same time. Another perfect example is that if you are wanting to actually start a camping store, well, I would not tell you to just create a store all revolving around camping. Instead, go up a step and create a bigger niche store and sell sports and outdoor recreation. So instead of just camping products, now you can sell hiking products, fishing products, hunting products, running products or sports related products, so that in that way you are creating a store that simply allows you to still leverage what a general store can do, which is simply testing more products, and number two, still establish what a niche store can do, where you are building a customer database that is within a niche that they will most likely want to actually consume or buy more products at the same time. So if you're looking to start your own dropshipping business, think about a big niche store. Start with something that is big, but really it's still a niche. That way, you will have access to so many more products and so much more opportunities. Now, item number two is simply data mining. A lot of people, when it comes to creating their own Shopify business or dropshipping business, in order for you to truly generate sales, you need to invest into traffic. The olden days where you're basically told, build it and they will come, is no longer exists. There are billions of websites right now in the entire World Wide Web. In order for you to actually get sales and traffic, you need to actually advertise online. Now, when it comes to advertising, let's say Facebook, which is known to be the best when it comes to e-commerce, and that's why I talk about Facebook a lot, is because it is really geared for e-commerce. But at the same time, you don't want to look at your advertising as an expense. What you're essentially doing is that you are actually data mining to see within your niche, and based on what you are advertising, are the data making sense for you to, number one, generate a profit, and number two, to truly scale up your business. Because without these data, you are gonna basically not be able to truly make money and also scale up your business. And at the same time, if you don't look at the data and optimize your business based on the data, then you are not going to actually be successful when it comes to dropshipping or Shopify stores as well. So what do you need to do? Well, first of all, yes, there are ways that you can actually do your product research, look at trending products, and see what works. But up until that point, you're essentially making an assumption based on your research, and you're thinking that the product will work. But you will not know until you actually start advertising the product to see if you actually got the right product, the right price, and also the right audience who are more likely to actually buy your product. Those are all uncertain data until you actually start running ads to get those data. So in a nutshell, I always talk about $5 per day Facebook ad. And the main purpose why I talk about $5 a day Facebook ad is because the entire goal is to get the data. You're data mining to actually see what product works at what price point and what product doesn't work at what price point, so that the more data that you have, the faster and the quicker you're gonna actually succeed. Now, for those of you that wanted to learn more about the $5 per day campaign strategy, I actually have another YouTube video that I talk about it that you can actually watch over here. So remember, in the beginning, you're really just data mining, and keep in mind, these are an investment, they're not an expense, because with these data, it's gonna help you immensely when you are continuing to actually build your drop shipping business. Now, number three is simply making sure that you have your back end in place. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about someone's rear. I'm talking about what happens after a customer actually becomes your customer. Oftentimes, and I can even say majority of the time, when a Shopify store generated a sale, they are transactional. So what that means is if a customer comes and buy out of your store, and you make your money, and you never speak to that person ever again. That is not the mindset that you should have. Your goal is to create a back-end strategy in place. And right now, with the Apple iOS 14 update and with the rising cost of advertising, it's more and more vocal in the industry that you are essentially using your initial product, so whatever product that you are using to advertise, the entire goal is to really attract a complete stranger to become your customer. Where your real money is at is living in the back end. What happens right after after they buy. Now, there are certain things that you can obviously do. Number one, you can actually increase the average order value by simply introducing upsells and cross-sells and having quantity discounts so that every single customer that's going to your store, they are going to be spending a lot more money than they would have thought. That way, you're actually making that profits right at the back. And at the same time, you also want to establish a relationship with every single customer so that you can convince them to go back to your store and buy other products that is within your niche. Remember, you do not want to have a business that is transactional based, which is they come and buy, they leave, and goodbye. You never want that. You want to actually attract a stranger to become your customer, get them to spend more, and use various different marketing strategies like email marketing, SMS marketing, messenger, chatbot, and all those various sources to convince these customers to actually continuously buy from you and to trust your brand, and most importantly, to make more money from them. So in a nutshell, you want to simply use ads to attract customers, and those customers, if you can actually break even, then you are well on your way to generate 6 to 7 figures if you have your back end in place. So you always want to keep in mind about your back end strategy. Don't just focus on the front end, you got to focus on the back end at the same time. And number 4 is that dropshipping business is simply a stepping stone to actually build your brand. Now, don't get me wrong. You can still live in the world of dropshipping and continuously to find products and burn out the product, find another one, and continue the process from there. Nothing wrong with that. However, if you want longevity and sustainability, and you want to actually leverage the hard work that you have placed into dropshipping, you want to actually start branding. Now, what do I mean by branding? Let's say that if you sell watches in your store and you've been figuring out the data mining and the backend profit, you're making money. Congratulations, that is great. Now, with dropshipping, you're essentially relying on the manufacturer and their brand and using their logo and actually advertising their product. Now, when I talk about being a stepping stone is now that you already got your data, you're making money, things are doing well, you actually want to start sourcing your own product and actually slap your brand on it. So that way, every single time your customer actually receives your product, you have your logo on it, you have your marketing pamphlets, you have a lot of other additional things that you can do to truly build your brand. So now, people are actually really wanting to buy from your brand, and the more that they want to buy from your brand, the better your back-end profit is going to be, and there's going to be a lot more opportunities. Because from that point, when you start dropshipping a product and it's working and you actually start sourcing it and branding it, then it will allow you to actually create more distribution channels. And the more distribution channels you have, the more money you're gonna make. Because you can actually leverage the products and actually sell it into marketplaces, into Walmart, into Amazon, and you can actually take that one product or those inventory with your brand on it and actually start really being like an octopus with different legs going out from different directions to actually get customers for you, where your focus is essentially to actually establish a relationship with your customer and then continuously sell from them. So in a nutshell, this is really the actual strategy when it comes to dropshipping and even Shopify store and really creating a true income and brand with your business. Now, the last item, which is number 5, is simply to keep it simple, stupid. Yes, if you go on YouTube, if you go on Facebook, I can tell you there are going to be different experts sharing their knowledge or people that have been super successful to share with you that, hey, I tried this, it works, you got to try it out. Or another person say, hey, I tried this, do it, it's going to be better there's going to be so many directions that you are going to be pulled towards. But what you want to do and what you need to do is to stay focused and keep it simple. All these strategies out there that's available on YouTube and by other experts and by people selling it to you through Facebook ads, those works. However, not everyone works based on where you are at. And in the beginning, when you are starting over your dropshipping business, you want to actually start as simple as possible. Build your store, find your product, work on your backend. Once you actually got these in place and you have more time and you have more money being generated from your store, at that point, you can actually start adding different components into the foundation of your business. You can start adding chatbot. You can start adding SMS. You can start adding this, adding that. All those strategies are then really fueling back the foundation of your store, which is product, back end, and simply your brand. So at the end of the day, you want to actually stay really zeroed down on what you want to actually accomplish and have that strategy in place. Don't be pulled in multiple directions. You can learn from it, but don't go and implement it right away. You want to implement all the steps before you actually start adding different strategies into your business. And in reality, e-commerce is a lot more simple than you think. It all boils down into you creating your store, finding products, increasing your average order value, and generating the profit from your backend. Focus on these 4 items first. Once you've done so, then at that point, as I said, you can start complicating things by adding different pieces and components into the main foundation of your business. So I hope that these tips really helps you out, especially if you're looking to actually start your dropshipping business. And you need to also understand dropshipping business is an amazing business model because after all, people are still buying a lot of physical products online, and it just creates such a huge opportunity and most importantly, a lot less risk than anything else. So again, I hope that you actually enjoyed this video. Now, at the same time, I actually wrote an entire book called Starting From Zero, which I really laid out the entire strategy on how you can actually build your own online business using dropshipping. You can get it for free. You will see a link right in the video description, my apology. Go grab it. It's 100% free, or you can click that thing coming up right here and you can actually grab a copy yourself. But other than that, listen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so that each time I release a brand new video, you're gonna get notified right away. And in fact, if you have any questions about dropshipping, leave me a comment right down below. I'll do my best to answer every single one of them. So other than that, till next time.